What's happening, fuckers? You've caught me on one of my side hustles. No friendly drogas. Subtle, I know. Let me tell you how it works. I've got a presentation ready. The store is a front. Obviously, because nobody is ever here. It's cash only for no reason, and sometimes the product ends up in the food. We sell our stuff, mostly bags of oregano sold to morons, and then launder the money through the business. Simple really. Anyway, while I get this order packed, let's take a look at Schedule 1, a recently released indie title, all about getting high on your own supply. So, let's get into it. Developed by Australian indie studio TVGS, Schedule 1 is an open-world crime simulator, in which you sell dodgy strains of weed, mixed with boner pills bought off Amazon, while being a responsible member of the community. In this game, set in the dystopian hellscape that is Highland Point, you play as a small-time drug dealer. Mine ended up looking like Mike Stocklosser for some reason, as you try to grow a large drug empire. Having been chased out of your last town after your uncle's arrest, you must start again from nothing, after a somewhat unfortunate encounter with the provisional IRA. Gameplay revolves around producing various recreational drugs. Schedule 1 has 3 types available currently, and selling them to the people of Highland Point, in order to finance the purchase of new equipment, new properties, and other unlockables. As you progress, you unlock various ingredients that you can add to your product, each with their own unique effect. These range from the more usual, such as Coke or mouthwash, to the more bizarre, such as Viagra or Smack, all of which can be purchased from the gas station for some reason. I try not to think about the in-game lore reason why. I struggle to fully articulate why I love Schedule 1 as much as I do, having expected it to be standard YouTuber bait, all gimmick but no substance. Every aspect of the gameplay loop is incredibly satisfying, to the point where I'd forget to make notes while recording, getting too lost in the source. Even allowing you to name your own strains was a masterful decision, and is an endless source of amusement. And I tell you, I've been cooking up some absolute bangers. These include the Swooze, the Homer Simpson, and my pride and joy, the N-word class, which is a real money spinner for some reason. I'm also impressed with the amount of content in Schedule 1, given it's currently in early access. You have a litter picker, which can be useful for earning extra cash by picking up trash on the street, including tree-shitted jeans. There's a casino, which offers some of the most intense gambling action in gaming. It even has blackjack, which went as well as it always does. Even down to the funny little mini-games on the TV, which include this version of the classic phone game Snake, and this endless runner game. Wait a minute, this seems familiar. I think I've seen this little character before.
God. Oh, that is so cute! Dad, come look at this! Have you seen this? Look at this little character!
I don't have any massive issues with Schedule 1, and I don't want to nitpick what is a really impressive indie title. But there is room for improvement. The game shooting lacks a sense of weight, so I generally ended up using the more British approach of using a machete to deal with problems. I also think the game's map could be a bit easier to read, but that's more to do with me being old and blind than anything else. Schedule 1 would also benefit from offering more drugs for you to produce, like bath salts or Jenkem. Although I'd hate to see what the Jenkem minigame would look like. I should probably be expected from an early access title, but Schedule 1 also has its fair share of bugs and glitches. Whether it is customers occasionally offering you negative values for your product, randomly starting to slide around like your character is on ice skates, or being stuck in the ceiling by a minimum wage employee, Schedule 1 is full of surprises. At least there's a convenient button to deal with that last problem. Another highlight was where a character vanished into thin air, after smoking what a guide online described as an alien mix. Maybe it just beamed him back home. I was very impressed with Schedule 1's presentation, especially for an indie title. The game's graphics look really nice, with a world that strikes a fine balance between cartoony charm and seedy underworld grit. This mix is perhaps the only graphical style in history where mixing bananas with methamphetamine makes sense. Schedule 1's character models are also incredibly charming, with an almost Rick and Morty quality to them, and offers a variety of distinct character models and designs, which works really well when combined with the various strange effects your products can have on them. The game's sound design is also fantastic. The soundtrack takes something of a backseat, at times offering an almost ambient score, which when combined with the satisfyingly tactile sound effects for the various mini-games, really ties everything into an enjoyable chill experience. But when the night comes, with the loud alarms announcing the curfew, followed by the quiet ambience of the empty streets, it somehow makes even the simple act of throwing out a bag of trash feel very intense. Also, look at this shit I found while out at night once. Looks like something out of a creepypasta. Overall, I was surprised by how much I enjoyed Schedule 1. While it could have easily coasted off its premise alone, it is instead a really fun title, with a solid amount of content, and might be an early contender for my game of the year. It's definitely well worth a look. Anyway, I'll be off now. I think the police have worked out with the drug peddling. I wonder what gave it away. Before I go, here's one for you. The Game Studio, TVGS, stands for Tyler's Video Game Studio. More studios should have straightforward names, like Anya Lopen Woodslop, or David Cage's Wank Materials.